Hey, shalom, shalom. Just want to share this quick with you before I head out to camp. This is from RT News. Under business news, it says global fiat money Ponzi scheme collapsing and we are going back to poverty. And this was stated by Max Kaiser. This article is a little bit old, a couple days old, but it still brings the point of the times that we're living in. Now, if you're not familiar with Max Kaiser and who he is, you could just Google him simply. Max Kaiser, he's basically an American broadcaster and a filmmaker, and he also hosts a financial program, which is called the Kaiser Report. It's on RT. You can check it out. He brings out some very good points. He breaks down economics, and he's a comedian as well. He's kind of funny when he does it sometimes, but he's on point on what he's saying here, right? So now, before I get started, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor to one to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash, and also double honors to the apostles and elders of Green Millstone that rule well and that do teach well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect, and much love unto the Akim that's out there pushing this truth in sincerity and not for vain glory. Yeah, so I'll start off by reading here. The United Nations says that 2021 will be catastrophic, warning of a humanitarian crisis in which 270 million people could starve. RT's Kaiser report explores whether such a projection could be true. The usual bragging of organizations like the UN, WEF, and the International Monetary Fund, IMF. And by the way, the WEF just stands for World Economic Forum, right? And they look at ways on how to make the economies of other nations sustainable, right? To improve economics. Right, so it says that millions of people around the world have been lifted out of poverty is unsustainable because it is all based on fiat money. And that's right, because fiat money is just printed out of thin air and it's not really backed by anything. And the whole point of fiat money is really just based upon belief. It's not, like, if you believe the money is valuable, then it's going to be successful. Right? Now, if you understand fiat money, it's not linked to physical reserves, such as a national stockpile of gold or silver. And in the long run, it risks losing value due to inflation or even becoming totally worthless in an event of hyperinflation. And that's where America is coming. That's where Canada is going. You look at the debt clock of both countries. They're in trillions of dollars of debt, Canada being billions of dollars of debt. It's only going to get worse. You keep printing money out of thin air, basically you're going to run out and things are going to get more and more and more expensive. And this pandemic that this article goes into has caused that. And it's causing a lot of people to lose faith in the nation's currency. Because now people are realizing, look, I can't provide for myself. I can't provide for my family. There's no work. You have a lot of educated millennials out here. And by the way, I believe they make, 20 to 30% of the workforce. And a lot of these millennials, they have all these degrees. They're highly educated, but they're working these low-level jobs, these entry-level jobs, right? So the standard of living is going up, and the wages are not going up. So people are seeing this, so people are beginning to lose faith. And this is a result of that Ponzi scheme that he's talking about, because now they're running out of rope. And this is all by design, obviously. Now the scriptures talk about this, a false balance. And your ways, your lies are going to catch up to you. Your lies are going to catch up to you. You Edomites, you devils, you people out here, your ways are going to catch up to you. You're going to be exposed. And there's going to be something so catastrophic in the future, near future, that you're going to realize that you really crossed Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So let me get something here, a false balance. False balance. So Proverbs chapter 11 and 1, it says a false balance is abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but a just weight is his delight. That's right. And fiat money is really we know already it's not linked to physical reserves. It's not linked to anything tangible or like gold, silver, or land. It's not. It's just printed out of thin air. So in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, this is a false balance, and it's an abomination. So you people that are rich with all this fiat cash, in the sight of the Lord, you're really an abomination, especially of the way that you've gotten that money. You've gotten that money through ill gains, through covetousness. You're really, in the sight of the Lord, you're an abomination. Think about that. If you're out there flaunting your money, that fiat currency, you're really an abomination, right? That money that you have is not real money to begin with. So who are you as ashes and clay to brag and be proud, especially in the times that we're living in right now as a rich person? Your life is just a fugazi. It's all vanity. So it says, but a just weight is his delight, and a just weight is gold and silver. Now, ultimately, if you look at it through a spiritual lens, from a scriptural standpoint, this is talking about how you are in the spirit, right? And the scriptures, it tells you that this word is likened unto fine gold. And by the way, the Lord's men, the Lord's elect, they're going to be like gold and silver. So this is all spiritual, firstly, but you can link this to physical things like our money system and how to use money, right? So that's one point I wanted to bring out here, one scripture. Now it says here, according to him, the global fiat money Ponzi scheme is now collapsing, and we are going back to poverty. Now, why is it collapsing? Is because mankind, top Edomite men on this planet, they have created the status quo of what is valuable and what is not valuable. And now that is being exposed, because when you go into the word fiat, type it, fiat, it says authoritative sanction. Now, who's given authority on the planet Earth? The so-called white man, starting with the ruling elite families, these affluent families that are set up on the planet Earth. Go into Genesis 36th chapter, going into the Dukes of Esau. By the way, the Rothschilds, they're a part of that. Right on down with the other elite families of the world, predominantly Edomites. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So it says, let it be done. And that's what they're saying. Let it be done. I'm going to print money out of thin air, and I'm going to tell you it's valuable. I'm going to sell it to you for twice as much and make more money off of it while you go in debt. That's what they're telling you. Let it be done, right? Proclamations and commands. It says, be done, come into existence. And what they're telling you when they create fiat money is that they're telling you, in a sense, that they're God. They run the show, and you don't run anything. I'm God, and I'm going to make money out of thin air and bring it into existence and make it valuable. But now they're being exposed. And now you people are going to learn the hard way for following in their ways. Because you can't sustain something with a false balance. You cannot. You cannot sustain something with a negative. There has to be a positive. And fiat money is negative. It isn't positive. Because it's not backed by anything tangible. Precious metals, gold, silver, cattle, lands, even women, property. Those are tangible things, which means they are positive things. Right? So you get the point. So it says here, Max says that we need actual sound money like gold, but of course that doesn't work so much as Bitcoin does. And what will happen is there will be hundreds of millions and billions of people in the world that will say to their central bank and their nation state and their government, you know what? We are not interested in fiat money anymore. We just want to have our money, our own peace of mind, and you can go away. And that's why you're going to see a lot of civil unrest pop off in the future. The scriptures talk about that. That's why you're having a lot of uproars of the people around the world. Because a lot of people are beginning to see the corruption of their governments and their rulers. All right. Not just with police brutality, but how economics is set up. You got the have and the have-nots. You got the low class, you got the middle class, and now the middle class is gone. Now you just have the low class and then you have the affluent class, which is the rich ruling class. So you only have two classes of people now. You no longer have a middle class. So a lot of people are beginning to wake up, and they're realizing that the standard of living is going down. It sucks, and that there's a 1% that is ruling things, and there's going to be fights. Predominantly, you Edomites are going to be in the forefront, and then you have Jake as well, who's going to try and keep the society up, but it's all going to come to fail. Now, what scripture comes to mind is this, because a lot of you people of the other nations, you have inherited lies, and now you're going to pay for it. Now you're going to pay for it, and that's why your money is being brought down low, and that's why everything is being exposed through this pandemic. So let's get Jeremiah. I just thought of this. Jeremiah 16, man. Start at 14. No, I'm going to verse 15. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. Yeah, because we were scattered for our rebellion, right? And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. That's right, we're going to go home. And that's going to be ushered in through the spirit and power of Yahushai. He's going to take us home. We're going to be delivered, and we're going to be put back into our land. Real Jerusalem, real Israel. Verse 16, behold, I will send for many fishers. That's right, many fishers, just like what I'm doing now through the net, because the internet, which that is the net to catch the fish, which the fish, it represents the people and their minds. All right, so right now what I'm doing, I'm fishing out for the elect, the Lord's chosen. Lord willing, I be a part of that. So it says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and they shall fish them. That's right, and we are going to fish. We're fishing you through these different apps, through YouTube primarily, Daily Motion, BitChute, all these different platforms around the world. And also we're going out into the highways and byways to physically meet people. And we record it, then we put it on the internet. And after, I will send for many hunters. That's right, because the Lord, he's going to raise up the elect man. He's going to give them spiritual powers, and then we're going to go on the physical. We're going to have spiritual powers, and guess what? We're going to hunt our enemies down, man. You heathen nations, primarily you Edomites, and then you other nations on down. We're going to hunt you. All right, so it says, will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. That's why the scripture says the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. And you know what? That just doesn't mean other nations too. That includes everybody. Because in order for a kingdom to be sinful, you have to have people living in it. You have to have sinful people living in the kingdom. And we're all subject to sin at the end of the day. Remember, everybody's on watch. From the top elders and apostles on down to the low-ranking men. They're all under watch. Everybody's under watch. So when you think about it, but more so you wicked heathens, man, that have polluted the Lord's inheritance, that have been treating us bad, because we get no respect in this kingdom, even though we labor so much. It's all overlooked. Even though we labor so much, even though some of our people are the most educated, okay, we still get disrespected. So it says here, and first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. That's right, you have destroyed the Lord's inheritance. You touched the apple of his eye. Right, you took away their nationality, their language. You call them all types of derogatory terms. You label them as black people. You label them as niggers. You label them as spics, Mexicans. Those are all bywords. You other nations, all you nations, you have a proverbial poem, a negative proverbial poem about each and every nation. I mean, each and every Israelite tribe. Right? You all have your own proverbial poems. You all have your own type of derogatory terms, and how you have treated us. And Lord, he's gonna pay you back, man. And that's why you have these issues of fiat currency coming into fruition. That's why Max Kaiser is pointing it out here. All right. So it says, verse 19, O Lord, O Yahweh, my fortress, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. That's right, because the Lord is a strong tower. And what does the scripture says? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And we're coming into some very turbulent times. Very, a lot of tribulations are going to come, especially on the nation of Israel. And guess what? Who's going to keep you sane? Who's going to keep you fed? Who's going to keep you clothed? Who's going to keep you warm? Who's going to keep you strong? Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, because he is that strong tower. And that comes through the Spirit, man, through these scriptures first. And then also there's going to be physical protection. The Lord is going to keep a hedge of angels around you to protect you. And we see it daily, man. There's a lot of times I should have been dead. A lot of times on the highways, on my personal walk of life, I should have been dead. But the Lord has protected me, The water Yahweh Bashem Yoshai for that. And, other brothers, they have their own testaments about how they have been delivered, how they have been protected, and how the Lord has been a refuge unto them. The Gentiles, which is the heathen nations, shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. And in order for you heathen nations to admit that, you have to go through turbulent times. Your money system has to be collapsed. That Ponzi scheme, that fiat money Ponzi scheme, that's why it's collapsing. It's to prove that you have inherited lies, just like your fathers, man. You have to be exposed for who you really are. And we're coming into the time of humility. Humility, man. That's what it's all about, humility. And you other nations, you have lived proudly on this planet. Proudly. And you have lived proudly through your arrogance. And those are one of the things that the Lord hates in the sight of men. So it says, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things where there is no profit. Yeah, fiat currency, no profit. It's all vanity, man. It's all going to collapse. And that's why it says riches are translated. Matter of fact, let me get that in the Apocrypha. All that money you stole, that you have stolen from the tribes, you're going to have to give it back. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. That's right. So riches is never lost. It is just translated. And you people are going to go broke. Go dead broke. Because how was this land taken? How was it begotten? America never had no humble beginnings, man. It was birthed in pride and arrogance. Theft. Covetousness, man. Yeah, you stole the land from the Native Americans, from the Northern Kingdom, from Ephraim all the way down to Issachar. You stole it, raped and robbed the land, and pillaged, burned down civilizations. And then you brought the Negroes over here, the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, to work hardcore slavery for free. Didn't see 1 cent out of all that labor, all of that wickedness, man. Not 1 cent to this day. Not 1 cent. Right? So now you got to pay. Now you got to pay. You enjoyed democracy. You enjoyed your lavish lifestyle that you lived over here, because America, North America, is a consuming nation. That's all you have done. You have just consumed. You have not given anything back. And that is a false balance. Now you got to pay. Now you got to pay. And you're going to pay with your life. All right? Because all that money that you've stolen, you can't pay us back because you've made too much. You're in so much debt, you can't even pay it back. So now you got to pay with your life through blood. Anyway, so with that, hope this was edifying. Till next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations unto the hope of life. Kwam Yasha Allah Baba Shalom.